ground broke in 1968, construction began on a building that would eventually become the Learning Resources Center. The innovative, circular design housed the latest up-to-date and state-of-the-art technology to be at the students' disposal. It was a building that was truly designed just for students to help further their educational success.
Great time to be at Worcester State because of the LRC, I think. I thought it was pretty cool because it was nice and circular and you'd go round and round and it was neat.
Well, the architectural design is interesting because there's a placard on the front that says it was built in 1968. So this is a time in architectural history where concrete block was being used in designs, and at the time it was a very forward-thinking, very contemporary, very exciting design. The idea of a circular round building, and people were trying to play with new things.
Oh, I thought it was the greatest thing. I mean, we were told that it had the state-of-the-art video production studio. It was the best one in the state. I was a media major and I was really excited because it was like the newest building at the campus site. Yeah, we had a new building, a new studio, and liked it.
As years passed and turned into decades, the LRC has seen a substantial amount of wear and tear. In fact, satisfaction rates for the LRC are at an all-time low. How do current students feel about the LRC?
Ugly. Old. It's old. Too old.
Confusing.
Extremely outdated. Outdated.
Dirty.
Dirty. Really, really dirty. Too dirty. A little boring.
Disorganized, I think.
How about this? I've never ever used the library before. That's how crappy it is.
Stupid circle.
Well, the original design of this building was for the purpose of storing more books. And that's why you had that central hub. So it was a clever idea. The quality is really poor. The lighting in here is horrific. It doesn't work. The furniture is bad. The classroom designs are bad. The library is basically the soul, heart of the college. You know, just getting equipment is not enough. You have to have the right kind of rooms, furniture, security, all kinds of things go with that. It's not really conducive to learning.
Instead of bonuses for administration,
Yes.
maybe some facilities.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
When you go into a library, it's some place that you need to feel relaxed and be able to do your work and not feel stressed in any way. And you do feel a little stressed just finding things in there.
Our wireless mics, we had like 4 of them and we're down to like 2 that work sometimes. So we definitely need new wireless mics.
There's that one room where there's like 12 trash cans set up because the roof is leaking. Hi, Worcester State.
Soundboard always gives us problems. We can't try to connect between lower studio volume and upper studio volume, always tweaks and everything, so.
We do pay money to go to the school, and most of us pay money from our own pockets. Our
Yes.
parents don't pay for us.
Everything here is probably at least 5 years outdated.
There's not great places to sit and do work or have study groups. There's just like long tables with poor lighting, that like bright yellow fluorescent lighting, and it just adds to your stress.
I believe that the second floor area where you walk into the building, I think that's group work area, but I've gotten yelled at for like doing group work there.
I think it's kind of like a little maze, like a little mouse trap maze that you can just keep on going around in circles and have no idea where you're going to end up.
It has problems with leaks. Right now I teach a class in digital photography in room L112, and there are like 15 trash buckets in there to gather water. This problem has not been dealt with over the past, I think since the building was constructed in 1971.
These ports here are for audio, for anything you do in the studio. We have one here, we have one behind that wall, and one behind that wall. And each one has either 1 or 2 ports that don't actually work. So they don't actually connect to the board in Upper Studio.
If the library was open 24 hours, I would be there a lot. And if it was better organized and lit and not creepy or weird, I would go there a lot.
It was supposed to look very contemporary and modern. I think when it was new, it might have had that feel, but it hasn't aged well. And I think that there's a reason why people don't do round buildings. I think they're not really conducive to the flow of things like it should be. The concrete block is very heavy and unwelcoming. So I think the intention was in the right place, but the actual resolution of the idea didn't work.
I think you need more of an administrative presence in the LRC. I think if there were more administrators who are housed in this building, you'd probably see some changes. You notice the administration building has been completely renovated. There's talk of renovating the student center. I think the library really needs it.
I definitely think we need more computers because sometimes like people would stand in line for people to use the computer. So that's really sad.
It's a headset. Use it to communicate with people up in the upper studio. It's damaged.
Our set is basically like a few plyboards that we've had for years now, and you can't change it at all. You're stuck with those same stupid colors of yellow, red, and blue.
The quiet area is upstairs in the little cubicles, and still there's not enough space because I want to say there's like maybe 10 to 15 little cubicles for people to use. And there's a lot of people that go to this school. Maybe not a lot of residents, but there's a lot of commuters.
We also, a lot of our lights don't work either. There's a few that don't even hook up. Our teleprompter, it's like the cheap free trial version that we use. It doesn't even have like the maximum, like you have to, any document you use to put on it, you usually have to cut it into like thirds or quarters.
When you were talking about the no windows, I realized that's why I thought the classrooms were crampy, because you don't really notice it. You don't walk in and go, oh, there's no windows. You walk in and you're like, ugh.
I mean, like I said, you gotta look at the ceilings, the walls, the painting. It's not what I would call a student-friendly environment.
You know, it's an ugly building. You know, you can just walk around and look at it. It's a terrible building. And it is in need of desperate renovation. And it seems like a pretty hard space to just renovate because of the structure of the building.
This is a very disorganized prop closet. As you can tell, it's literally just old clothes that nobody in this day and age would ever be caught dead wearing, unless you're making fun of whatever, like just, it's stupid. And it's a bunch of stupid toy props. Nothing useful at all really back here. You can't even do it. It's pretty much like a trash heap.
You have a globe.
We do have a globe.
Equipment that we don't have, like proper steady cams, we don't have dollies, we don't have jibs. We're supposed to be production students and we don't have proper means to do production.
We got to do something different. It was great for the 70s. I mean, it was real exciting then. It was new. It was great. It was for the students. But I think now you need something in that same light, something new, something that's state of the art, something that's up to date and using technology the way you need to.
So join us in turning the LRC into a 21st century library. Help Worcester State College students enjoy the same innovative and state-of-the-art technology that they enjoyed 40 years ago. It is by your support that Worcester State College students can have the opportunity to foster knowledge, expand interests, cultivate, research, and explore in a 21st century learning resource center.
I'd say the LRC has seen its day and it's time to move on to something new. And I definitely support a renovation. Let me know.